So Title Update 1 is releasing next Friday, which is April 4th, and it's going to be awesome. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. What you should be doing in-game right now from this point onwards until the release of Title Update 1 is actually preparing for the update. There's a lot of cool stuff that is coming, but you are going to need to be ready if you want to participate in some of the cool stuff. So for example, we've seen the Grand Hub, which looks absolutely incredible, and arena quests, which I think are going to be fun. I actually think the first arena quest is starting next week. I will be making a video on the new scheduled events coming, and I think one of them is an arena quest, so keep an eye out for that video later today. And also, we have Mizutsune coming into the game, and Zoshia is now going to be a farmable monster, so that's pretty cool. Then we're also going to get Arch-Tempered Reaygun, which is going to be incredible, but we do need to actually be prepared in order to do these. So Title Update 1 will drop on April 4th. So that is when you're going to need to be ready for some of these things if you actually want to participate straight away. So for example, we have the Grand Hub and Arena quests. They will unlock at Hunter rank 16. Once you hit Hunter rank 16, you can then go to Suja and speak to one of the NPCs there, and you'll have access to the Grand Hub and Arena quest. Now if you're not Hunter rank 16, you won't have access to these, so just be prepared that you do need to farm up your Hunter rank if you want to actually be able to do anything in Title Update 1. Then on the same day, we're going to be getting access to Mizutsune, the new monster, which absolutely looks incredible. This is my new favorite monster. I've been listening to the music all morning today. Literally, I wish I was joking. And that will release on April 4th as well, but we need to be Hunter rank 21 to actually get access to the Mizutsune hunt. Then on the same day, we're getting access to Zoshia. Now, Zoshia will be a farmable monster. However, you need to be Hunter rank 50. Which I know is a very big push for a lot of players who've been taking it more casually. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with playing the game casually. You know, people are busy with their lives. Monster Hunter is a game. You just take it at your own pace and it's fun. You don't need to no life it like a lot of players have, including myself. You don't need to do that. You can just take it, chill, have fun, and be prepared, you know? So you want to be HR 50 for Zoshia. If you're not HR 50, don't worry. Then on the 30th of April, we're getting Arch-Tempered Reaygun, and that is also a requirement of Hunter rank 50. So the two biggest monsters in this update are going to be Hunter rank 50. Now if you are looking to get a little bit more prepared for these harder monsters and Mizutsune, then you can actually start optimizing your builds. If you start optimizing your builds, you're going to be better off fighting these harder monsters, especially since Arch-Tempered monsters is a difficulty above just Tempered. So it's going to be very cool to see these fights in game. They are going to be very tough, including also just making sure you got a few good builds for those arena quests as well. So you can either go for a damage build or survival build, whatever you need. You know what weapon you're using, you know what builds probably work best for it. And if you are making your own build, that's totally fine too. You don't always need to follow the meta. You do of course then want to be preparing your weapons as well. I would recommend getting one of every elemental weapon in the game. If you started farming rarity 8 Artian weapons as well, then you can totally just go and be prepared. As long as you have one elemental weapon for each weapon at rarity 8, you should be great to fight the Arch-Tempered Reaygun, Zoshia, and Mizutsune. You'll be totally fine. Now, if you're looking to prepare for the monsters individually, Mizutsune is weaker to Thunder and Dragon, so you want to make sure you have one of those weapons. Zoshia is weak to Dragon, so if you are looking to be a bit more efficient with your farming, then just get a Dragon weapon. Reaygun doesn't really have any weaknesses, but it is resistant to Thunder, so I wouldn't take anything with Thunder on it. So you could just take a Dragon weapon and be fine with Reaygun as well. So just be aware that those are the elemental weapons you want to be farming. Now you do also want to be prepared by actually sorting out your item loadouts. You want to make sure you're carrying your Power Charm and your Armor Charm. If you don't know what these are charms that you just have in your inventory or loadout. And these will give you buffs just for having them in your item loadout. The Power Charm will give you attack damage and the Armor Charm will give you defense, so it's pretty nice to have. You want to make sure you've got Mega Potions as well, and Max Potions, even maybe Life Powder. Life Powder will actually heal you and allies if you're playing in multiplayer. Max Potion will give you full health completely, and Mega Potions just heal you a decent amount. You want to then make sure you're taking Null Berries as well, because monsters like Mizutsune will apply Blight to you, so Null Berries will then cure Blights. I would take Antidotes as well just in case, because there are different areas on the map, especially in the Scarlet Forest where you could accidentally poison yourself, so you don't want to be caught out by not having an antidote, so make sure you take one of those with you. Then of course you want to take your traps, your trank bombs, and your barrel bombs, just to deal high amounts of damage when the monsters are sleeping, or if you want to capture them, you should be capturing them really, in fairness. Like at first it didn't really matter while going through the game, but as we're getting to endgame, it's just more efficient to capture the monsters still. So it is good to take some traps and tranquilizer bombs, including some barrel bombs for that high amount of damage. Of course though, you want to take the flash pods as well. These are just so good at creating windows of opportunity for you to deal damage. I absolutely love flash pods, especially if the monsters start grabbing your teammates. Having a flash pod handy is always going to be beneficial. I do go over how to create the perfect item loadout in a video on the channel. It's one of the most popular videos on my channel right now, so I would highly recommend you go and check that out. You'll learn a thing or two about using the item loadout and even making it more neat and efficient to use. So go and check that out. I would appreciate it. Right, next we want to be farming decorations and rarity 8 weapons. We've already spoken about getting rarity 8 weapons, so I'm not going to really go into detail too much. But when it comes to Artian weapons, you can actually farm rarity 6, 7, and 8 Artian weapons. And Artians are very RNG based, you know? Don't waste your time farming rarity 6 or 7 Artian weapons, pretend like they don't exist, and you'll get a lot more out of your time in the game. Just go for rarity 8 Artian weapons. Hell, even monster weapons are perfectly fine as well. You don't need the perfect Artian weapon. I'm being honest with you guys, you really don't. So get rarity 8 monster weapons and a rarity 8 Artian weapon if you're going to farm Artians. That's totally fine. Decorations, of course, you want to be trying to get as many of those as possible. When you hit hunter rank 40 or 45, something like that, you can start to meld a majority of level 1 decorations, which is pretty cool. At HR 100, you get the rest of the level 1 decorations, but you can also meld level 2 decorations, so you don't really need to farm level 1 or 2 decorations, depending on how far you are in the game. I would focus on just farming level 3 decorations since we can't craft those yet, so you want to make sure you're doing that before the title update 1 drops. Now if you have finished your build and got all your decorations and got all your items in order, then what you should be looking at making sure you've done is finishing all of your optional quests. Optional quests are great. They're side quests that just give you more features, unlock different abilities for your palico, and so on and so on. There's a really good bunch of things you can unlock from your side quests. For example, if you're playing in single player mainly, your palico can actually revive you if you get down by the monster and give you like half health, just because you've unlocked the ability from doing its side quests. There are a great amount of side quests. In fact, you even get the armor charm and the power charm from 2 different side quests, so you can just see how beneficial it would be to do the side quests. So make sure you've done all optional side quests up to the release of Title Update 1. After that though, you want to make sure you're gearing up your palico. I've been actually a bit abusive to my palico and not been upgrading it, but I have been playing multiplayer a lot. However, with Title Update 1 and these arena quests not having 4 players in it, it means I'm going to have to start upgrading my palico, so I'll be doing that for preparation before Title Update 1 comes out, so me and my palico are going to be well prepared for Mizitsune, Zoshia, and Arch-Tempered Ray Dao, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So don't leave your palico behind, get the gear that you're actually going to need. You can even get some really cool weapons. We've already been over the weaknesses of the new monsters, so just get some equipment for your palico that is going to help you with those fights. Then, if you've done all of that, feel free to just do some achievement hunting. Have fun with the game, you know? You can do whatever you like. You don't have to do everything in a checklist. The game is full of different things you can do. And some of the favorite ones that people have been doing are the achievement huntings. I've literally been doing a lot of fishing, trying to get this aficionado quest done. I think I'm about 10 whoppers away from getting this achievement. It's just a very nice way of playing the game. It's just to enjoy the actual game and just, you know, have fun with it. Well, that's it for you guys today. I hope this video did help you in any way, and if it did, please click the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much again for watching these videos. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch any of the videos I've been posting. A lot of you have been liking the information we put out, so I'm very pleased with that. I hope that this video did help you prepare for Title Update 1, and let me know what you're doing to prepare for Title Update 1 in the comment section below. I'm interested to know what you guys are doing in this last week of the game before Title Update 1 drops. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.